What is up, you guys? This is MiniSuperHeroes Today. And today's video is going to have massive spoilers for Marvel's What If. So if you haven't seen the latest episode, or the episode you clicked on this video for, be sure to turn away and come back after you've seen it.
Man, that final episode of What If was absolutely awesome. There were so many epic moments, and even so, you'll see here, even though I already gave you a spoiler warning, there are still characters that will be in this showcase that I built that are not shown on screen right now. This is your last warning to get away if you have not seen the final episode. Don't spoil it for yourself. But anyways, I'll be showing you how to build every figure from this episode using 100% official LEGO parts and pieces, so be sure to hit like and subscribe for more videos just like this, and without any further ado, let's get into the tutorial to show you how to build everybody from the finale of this epic series.
So the episode starts off with the Winter Soldier opening scene, basically refitted for Captain Carter, which finally gives us a reason why she's wearing this stealth suit that we got in the official LEGO set. So to build this figure, I actually used the torso, head, and hair from the official Captain Carter figure from the What If set. I used these legs, which have brown boots on bottom and blue legs on top. Now, these did come at the LEGO store at one point in the Build a Minifigure station, but you'll see that mine still has a little bit of printing residue on there, so I got these from Newt Scamander from the LEGO Harry Potter collectible minifigure series, but of course I used the eraser method to get the printing off of there, which is where you take an eraser and you erase parts off of a figure to get detailing off to leave it a little more bare. The only other thing I changed is giving her the shield from the Captain Carter CMF series figure, because she does still use that shield, so that was pretty interesting. Going along with that Winter Soldier style opening scene, we have Black Widow. I used the hair that's come in several places, but most notably for Marvel from Pepper Potts from the Endgame set. Then I used the face from Age of Ultron era Black Widow and the body from 2012 era Black Widow. So I think that that's a good way to get her stealth outfit, and I like that hair a lot. What do you guys think?
We do see Brock Rumlow, aka Crossbones, later in the MCU, and to build him, I used the Crossbones torso, the head from Bucky Barnes from the new CMF, the arms from Ethan Hunt, some black legs, and some spiky black hair. So yeah, pretty simple to make.
Keeping in line with our reappearing characters from the Winter Soldier, we have Batroc, and this time, the way I built him is using the legs from Bucky Barnes from the LEGO Infinity War Bricktober pack. The torso is T'Challa Star-Lord's torso, but flipped around so you get more purple on the front. I gave him one of these Clone Wars, or I guess Clone Trooper era snipers, and then the face is from Will Turner from Pirates of the Caribbean with some swept back brown hair. By this point, we start to see the Watcher show up, and even though I've shown him in past showcases, I think it's worth putting him in here. This is just the regular old Watcher figure from the What If Tony Stark set, which ironically is not in this season. Although we do see the armor, it's just, I don't know, that's a whole other video, I think.
We do get to briefly see Ego in this episode, and to build him, I used the hair from Old Man Garmadon, the face is from Ben Kenobi, the torso is flipped around from the Dino Tracker from the CMF series, the legs are from Laura Santeca, and I put a brown cape on there to round it all out. Of course, with Ego, we see Peter Quill, and I'm reusing old clips here so I don't have to remake these figures since I've already taken them apart. But to build this, I used the janitor legs, torso, and hat from the CMF series with one of the Chris Pratt heads from either Star-Lord or Owen Grady. And again, from that older episode, I gave him a mop and broom there, and I gave him his little cassette tape because, of course, he is Peter Quill, and what is Quill without that?
T'Challa Star-Lord comes in to save the day, and to build him, I just went ahead and used the regular old minifigure from the CMF series. I know that CMF series is hard to find right now, but if you have found it, I definitely recommend using him. And for some upgrades, I did switch out the arms. The arms are from the LEGO Batman movie Catwoman figure, just to add a little detailing to that purple jacket. You can remove the helmet, of course, and T'Challa did come with a hairpiece, so since he takes his helmet off and puts it back on several times in this episode, you could play with him or add him to your collection in either fashion. Speaking of the Marvel CMF series, the next character that we meet in this episode is, of course, the Gamora, who is in her Thanos armor. Now, we don't really know anything about her because this episode was supposed to be with the Tony Stark Sicarian armor episode, which, of course, is one of the two What If Lego sets, and unfortunately, that episode did not make it for this season. I guess it'll be in season 2, so I don't really have anything more to say about this figure, other than I wish that this Gamora had gotten her own episode, or that we knew more about her. As far as the minifigure is concerned, I'm not really sure what you could do to make it better than it already is, because, let's admit it, it's pretty dang awesome. We get a lot of screen time with Killmonger in this episode, so of course we'll include him here. And yeah, to build him, I used the head and torso from the regular Killmonger from the old Black Panther sets. Then I gave him the arms and legs from the new inverted suit from the Spider-Man No Way Home sets. That just really pulls the figure together. Of course, he does have a fascination with that Ultron helmet that Thor brought with him, so I put that in his hand upside down. And because he does remove his helmet a good bit in this episode, to build the unmasked version of Killmonger, I went ahead and used the head from Falcon from Infinity War and the hair from Valkyrie from either the What If set from this year or from the Thor Ragnarok version of Valkyrie from a few years ago. Up next, we have Party Thor, and I did make a change from the last time you saw me build this custom, and that is I removed the cape. For whatever reason, he's not really sporting his cape in this episode. So as a refresher on how to build Party Thor, I used the Mjolnir hammer piece, obviously from regular old Thor. The torso is one of the Outriders from LEGO Infinity War, or from Endgame. They appeared in some of those sets too. I gave him bare arms, and then I used the handcuff trick, which is where you take a pair of scissors and cut the chain off of handcuffs, then you put the cuffs back on a figure to give them kind of like a gauntlet look. So I pulled those from the Space Cop from the Lego Collectible Minifigure series. The face is from the Doctor from Doctor Who. The hair is from Old Man Luke Skywalker, and the legs are from one of the Imperial Engineer characters from Lego Star Wars. Up next, we have Dark Doctor Strange. I've seen people call him Evil Doctor Strange too, but I don't know. I think this episode definitely helps us see that he's not entirely evil. You know, he's calls on the power of the dark dimension. Anyways, to build this figure, I used the hair and head from the Infinity War version of Doctor Strange. His little Eye of Agamotto here is one of the medallion metal neck pieces from the Olympic characters from the Lego Collectible Minifigure series. The top part of his cape, which has this big kind of like collar piece here, comes from Zurg from Lego Toy Story. The bottom half of the cape comes from Aragon from Lego Lord of the Rings. I believe I got his name pronunciation right there. Then the torso, a lot of pieces here, as you can see. The torso comes from Jafar from Aladdin from the Lego Disney Collectible Minifigure Series 2, but flipped around so that there's not too much detail there. He's got dark blue arms with tan hands. I gave him one of the little spell pieces from the Lego Doctor Strange sets from a while back. Then the legs come from Wong from the Lego Marvel Bricktober Infinity War pack from several years back. Oh, man, I told you, there was a lot of pieces there, but we got through it together. Speaking of a figure that uses a lot of pieces, here we have Infinity Ultron. That's what I'm going to call him for the sake of this little showcase here. But anyways, to build this, the body and legs, torso and legs, come from the Ultron figure from the Lego Age of Ultron sets, as does the jaw piece and the top of the helmet. But you'll see that there is a Vision head underneath there. Then, of course, we've got this armor, which makes the figure look bigger and bulkier. And that shoulder armor piece comes from Lego Nexo Knights. Then the last thing I added is this red cape, which I pulled from Wanda from the Lego Marvel Collectible Minifigure series. Like I said, a lot of pieces on that one. It's really cool to get a callback to the Zombies episode in seeing Zombie Wanda. Another thing is, you'll remember the last time we saw her, she was fighting Hulk, so I guess she won. Anyways, with that being said, I used the torso from the Wanda from the 2021 Infinity Saga Endgame Final Battle set. The legs are from the Star Wars Engineer character, the Imperial Engineer, Imperial Gunner. I can never remember that guy's name. Anyways, I used the face and hands from the zombie Captain America. Now, you will need 2 zombie Captain Americas because you need this, like, blue zombie-colored hand for both sides. I did go ahead and use this skirt cape from the 2016 Civil War version of Wanda, and then the hair is just some frazzled hair. It's come in several places from LEGO over the years, but probably most notably from Dana Barrett from Ghostbusters. It was really awesome to see Apocalypse Black Widow again. I just love this character. And to build her, I gave her the shield, of course, from Red Guardian. And a cool little thing you'll notice is that when she's fighting with it, the shield actually breaks while Peggy Carter's shield stays together. It's because, you know, the Red Guardian shield is not as good as the Vibranium one. Just something kind of interesting there. Then I gave her Hawkeye's bow since she uses that to bring Zola into the picture. We'll get to him in a minute. The legs are from that Imperial Gunner figure that I've used several times in this video. The torso is from one of the Talons from LEGO DC. I just think that works really well. You can see that she has the black sleeve, short sleeve arms, and those are from Ethan Hunt from LEGO Dimensions. The face is one of the regular old Black Widow faces they've been using for a while, and the hair is from the Brick Lady from LEGO Incredibles 2. Pretty awesome. You guys know that I try to give you every variation of every character in all of my videos, so we do see Doctor Strange kind of transform for a split second when he calls on the Dark Dimension. So to build this, you know, it's all the same pieces from earlier, right? I don't have to repeat those, but I added this head and helmet piece from the 2016 LEGO Ghostbusters. I don't know the character's name. I think he's just like the ghost or a demon or something, but I thought that that was pretty accurate. And when I'm watching the episode, I'm like, whoa, LEGO actually has pieces that kind of look like that. So there's just another variation for you. Now, Killmonger does take the stones and build armor of his own, and as you can see, it's actually a little darker than the Ultron, but just for the sake of simplicity and trying to use as few pieces as possible for you guys, I went ahead and just used the same Ultron body with the shoulder piece here and the same head and hair from Eric from earlier. Now, the one thing is, the ponytail is too long to fit over this fully, but if you just push it in front of his eye a little bit, it does work, as you can see here, and honestly, his hair does kind of look like that at times, so it's not completely inaccurate. I just wanted to let you guys know before you try it on your own. When I was watching the episode and Zola showed up with his face in Vision's body, of course, the first thing I thought is, oh my god, they did it from the comics. They found a way to make this happen. Then the next thing I thought is, how am I ever going to build this in LEGO form? But I figured it out. I used this little 1x1 neck bracket here, and then one of these printed tile pieces from a Kryptomite character from the LEGO DC Superheroes Girl themes from 2017. I cannot believe it. I mean, as far as LEGO Purist Customs go, I gotta tell you, I don't know if it could ever be more accurate than this. So, yeah, I can't believe I got this to work, and I gotta pat myself on the back. I just can't believe it. At the end of the episode, we see Apocalypse Black Widow end up in the world where Black Widow actually died from the Hank Pym universe, but anyways, to build this Captain America that we see fighting on the Helicarrier, I used the 2012 Cap shield, torso, and head. With the more modern version of the helmet, I really like the way that pulls the character's head all together and makes him look. Then, of course, these legs are dual-molded legs. They're red on bottom, blue on top. They've come on Superman before, but they were available at the LEGO store Build-A-Minifigure section once upon a time. We do see Captain Marvel taking to the skies, and to build Captain Marvel, I actually used the regular old MCU torso and head. The helmet piece here comes from the more recent version of the comic book Captain Marvel. Doesn't get any more accurate than that. Then the legs are from Spider-Man from his Homecoming and Far From Home minifigures, just to add a little bit of extra detail to the figure itself. Then, to round us out in our very last custom figures of the entire What If series, we have Nick Fury, who we see on the Helicarrier. This is just the 2015 Nick Fury from the Helicarrier UCS style set. So let's move him out of the way. And then we have Loki. To build this Loki, I used the torso and legs from the 2012 Loki with some black arms, a dark green cape. I used Loki's staff, but I cut off one side and put this little blue light stud piece right there, just to make it a little more accurate to what we see in the MCU. The helmet is, of course, a Loki helmet, and the face is from one of the Resistance bomber characters. If I lift it up, you can see on the other side he's got his mask on. I don't know, for whatever reason, I just am feeling like using that for Loki today. And with that being said, let's zoom out so I can give you my final thoughts on this showcase.
And my friends, that brings us to the end of our Marvel What If journey. We have made every single LEGO custom minifigure from the series, and man, has it been fun. If you haven't already, be sure to hit like and subscribe, because I'll be doing this for every movie, every show, everything there is Marvel, so there's lots more to come, as well as news, reviews, and everything else. Thanks for your support, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Well, you've made it to the end of the video. You should hit like and subscribe down below for more LEGO content from me, because I post just about every single day. You'll be up to date on all the latest in LEGO, so why not join my community and hit subscribe now?